Right now, I'm standing in the Cajon Pass, the central vein of logistics that connects the West Coast ports with the rest of the country. The workers in this region, the Inland Empire, are the ones who sort and transport packages from all over the world straight to your door. In fact, 40% of Amazon's global volume of packages has to be sorted and transported through this region. This latest battle against Amazon could mark the beginning of a larger movement of the logistics workers of the Inland Empire, whose labor make these companies run. We're here talking to some of our members in the logistics industry to ask them what this fight means for the logistics industry as a whole.
First, we visited Ricky and Rebecca and their 3 kids. Ricky has been a truck driver for years. Like so many logistics workers, Ricky and Rebecca were priced out of housing in the San Bernardino area and moved to the top of this mountain where housing is cheaper.
I think many of us who are not in your industry, who are not, driving a truck, don't understand what it takes to get a package, from your phone to your door, right? What do you guys think is the significance of the industry of, this transportation and logistics here in the Inland Empire?
I mean, without truck drivers, we wouldn't get anything. Truck drivers move everything, food, clothing, goods, everything. Yeah. So, I mean, why treat them badly? Why?
We're the backbone of America, right? Like, these are the ones that keep the economy moving. Yeah. Without a truck driver, you get no gas in your gas stations. Without a truck driver, you get no groceries at your stores. Everybody knows that. But also, I learned, the port workers. The port workers are.
Port workers are just as important. Yeah.
But they got a very strong union.
So. Yeah, very strong union. The port.
This little girl right here is one of the main things why I had my day off, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drive an hour to the picket line and show that it's not just thinking about myself. No, it's for the future of my kids. These guys, most of them make $22 an hour. Why should they make $22 when the company they make the company trillions of dollars? Yeah. I don't want them to think that this is all there is in life. Yeah. And so I show my kids that. I show my kids like, look, Papa, they're fighting for something. They're fighting for a better pay.
Next, we visited Juan, a warehouse worker at Amazon and one of several workers in his facility leading the fight for union recognition. He was caught up in a long meeting preparing for the strike the next morning.
How are you feeling?
These workers have been there for so long, for years, really hoping and fighting for a change, and right now it just feels like the culmination of years of work.
Typically, we move somewhere between like 140, 160,000 packages, sometimes as high as 180. And right now that we're in peak, that number has reached over 200,000 at times. A big portion of goods that come into this country come through the Port of Los Angeles or the Port of Long Beach. And from there, a lot of them come through the Inland Empire, particularly through the Cajon Pass. So almost anything that goes as far as Chicago, anything covering that from here to there, goes through the Cajon Pass. The reason that folks get their packages in 2 days is because of the work that these workers are doing in these facilities. Labor-intensive work that is making billions for people like Jeff Bezos, and so many of them aren't making enough to live, are being forced to move farther and farther away to get to work. I have so many coworkers who drive almost an hour, if not more, to get to this job, to make about $20 to $23 an hour. So folks are working upwards of 50, 60 hours a week just to provide for their family, and then in trying to provide for their family, don't get to spend time with their family.
These stories are a dime a dozen in the IE, and Amazon knows this. In a leaked document from 2023, Amazon admitted that its most important public policy priority was labor agitation, meaning unions, that use false narratives and incorrect information to affect public opinion and impact public policy. Amazon also admitted that one of its biggest challenges was its significant reputational challenges in Southern California, where the company is, quote, perceived to build facilities in predominantly communities of color and in poverty, negatively impacting their health. But what part of that is untrue? Research consistently shows that Amazon warehouses in the IE are far more likely to be located in low-income and non-white communities. In fact, the closer a neighborhood is to an Amazon facility, the higher its poverty rate is. San Bernardino and Riverside County, which form the bulk of the IE, also consistently rank as having the worst air pollution in the country. To combat these reputational challenges, Amazon weaponizes its immense wealth by making donations to community organizations to make these corporations look charitable. However, Amazon deploys these donations selectively, refusing to donate money to organizations that have criticized the company. We went to Ksbd, Amazon's second largest air hub in the country, to speak to the striking workers about the conditions they face on the job.
So I've been working for Amazon for about 3 years, and it didn't take me very long to see really what was wrong within the walls of Amazon. The first year that the building closed for the holidays, I wasn't able to pay my rent because they closed the building without pay. But when I heard that my coworker of 3 kids, single mother, her situation was a lot worse than me just not being able to pay my bills. And that's what really moved me to stand up against the manager at the building at the time. That's when I started to fight.
We deserve respect. We deserve a better pay. We work hard for this. We have families. I have family. I'm a single mother, and I work a lot to take care of my kids, and I hardly spend time with my kids. I think we deserve better.
What was that moment like when you all got the message that you're gonna walk out today, it's going to happen? Like, what did that feel like for you and your coworkers?
It was exciting. There was so much, there was some slight tension in the air before, because everybody kind of felt that something was happening, and we knew, but the text went out, and then it was just the anticipation. Everyone was looking around at each other. We looked at management, and they're all started freaking out and looking around and trying to figure out oh shit, today is the day. We have some coworkers who are still working through some of their fear, but they're talking to us and they're like, I want to be out there. I want to be out there. And them seeing all of us standing out here, they're going to come out and we're all going to join the fight.
During the strike, an Amazon spokesperson came out and said that these workers were not actually Amazon employees and that the strike wasn't actually a strike. But none of this has shaken the confidence of the workers, because at the end of the day, nothing Amazon says will change the fact that without these workers, not a single box moves and not a single package is delivered. All of Amazon's wealth and power would disappear overnight if the workers in these facilities decide to withhold their labor. So whether it's Amazon, UPS, Starbucks, or the Big Three, workers across the country are realizing their true power, and that united, they can bring even the largest corporate conglomerates to their knees.
We as a class are exploited. Amazon exploits us the same way Starbucks exploits its workers, and we're all sick and tired of being sick and tired and being treated this way. And the working class is ready to stand up and fight. We're the ones who make these packages moves. The Starbucks workers are the ones who make those drinks. We're the ones who hold the power.
Jeff Bezos, Andrew Jassy, you cannot hide from us. You can try, but you trying to hide from us is only acknowledging us even more. All of your denial claims, all your false statements is only further acknowledging Amazon Teamsters. So take a seat. Amazon, have a seat. Negotiate with us.